There are people out here trying to do better for their kids, and I am one of them. If you made your way to this video, we appreciate you. I mean, it's me, my family, the people we know, people we all don't know. I'm speaking for them in this positive way. I'm speaking for people. Not being delusional to the fact that, people can not be positive, but still speaking more truth and positivity in a person and in a group of people and in humanity, straight up. Why not? Why not? I'm not delusional. I'm not denying what's going on in certain areas, but that comes with free will. So we're not gonna do that. But what we are gonna do is we're just gonna make sure that we're better than ourselves. And that's what I had to do as a dad, yo. That's what I had to do as a dad. That's what I had to do as a dad. Because before fatherhood, I was 20 years old, not even thinking about no type of betterment towards my life. I was in the military, but that doesn't mean I wasn't really trying to better my life. I wasn't. Doing good every day, making sure you don't break the law, making sure you don't do anything against somebody else intentionally, that's not necessarily bettering your life. That's staying stagnant. When I had children, and I'm not gonna go down this long road of that because a lot of people already know this information already. When I had children, or when I had my first child, it brought me a new sense of care towards something else besides myself. And just literally the life of just the skin, the body, the physical aspect of it, then realizing this is a real human. I remember, memories of me being smaller, not that small, but these things come over you, as a person that wants to be there and the person that's in a position to keep providing for that child. So I can't forget that too. So I was able to keep doing that. A person that was blessed and grateful for the opportunity to be able to provide for that child in the ways that I was able to provide for that child, even for his mother. These things are things I gotta take account because, not everybody has that circumstance when they're having a child. Fast forward, I have 3 boys. I could have, I don't even want to speak, I was gonna say 100 boys, but I could just have any children and I'm gonna still feel the same way today. I don't want this to be about we should wait to have children to realize that, because that's not necessarily what this is about, and that's not true either, because it does things about having children does bring that type of founding and love into your life. But honestly, we could get on that in another topic, because I would love to share in that, because I constantly think about that topic. That's a topic that I really don't have an answer for, a solution for. Because like I said, I touched on it because I was a person that didn't have a child before, but that was at an age where I wasn't considering it. And then when it does happen to you, as most of us, that's when the newfound enjoyment and the appreciation comes along. So it's like I kind of want to be able to, share instead of preach to those people who do not have children, so they can get an understanding and feel of how I felt or how to feel for the future. And I think the real main thing is just focus on your goals. Because your goals are going to be in service of somebody else. So that's really what it's going to be. And, the things you enjoy or, the things you provide to, they're also in service of somebody else, or you're getting it from a service from somebody else. So that's really it even without a child. And that's not like a minor thing. That's a blessing. That's such love right there. That's such love right there. But in order for me to have them do better, they had to see me do better. And I'm just going to go over a few points. I'm not gonna necessarily say like ain't nothing wrong with somebody joining anything. That's actually the time that people want to step up. Think about it. People gotta work. People gotta get a car. I got my first car because I had a child. Cause I was like, man, I can't keep taking the bus. And I was in a city that I wasn't from. I was in Washington D.C. And I'm like, I gotta get a car. I gotta get a car. And that's the position I was in was able to make me do that. So that's a good thing. But you gotta have them see you doing, hopefully, what everything you're saying, no matter what type of life you live in. That's honestly the truth. No matter what type of life you live in, and it doesn't have to be with bringing in money, because remember, a child can be motivated from the most humblest beginners. A child can be motivated to go out there to school and strive for education, as long as the child has been provided this outlook of life that learning and obtaining information is the way to go. That child will soar. That child will be the children we hear in the newspapers. But it has to be dedicated parents to that. But that's another side too. The thing is that when you commit yourself to make sure that they're seeing everything that's coming out of your mouth, that's the best thing. That's the best thing. You hear me? Let me know in the comments if you really understand me. That's the best thing. Walk what you talk. Practice what you preach. Like, these type of things is just so true when it comes to them, because I feel like when I was younger, I saw the things that people were saying to me growing up, but when it came to like having a person that went to college, my sister did that. My whole family made that a big deal. It was a big deal. I'm just saying, like, we all supported that, because not too many other people went to college when I was growing up, and that was a big deal when she graduated too. We went to the celebration. I remember going to other people's graduations. I went to my sister's, Jersey City University. I still remember that to this day out there in Keene, and it was just. And I went to a Keene University. I went to my a brother of mine's graduation in Keene. And I just remember that, like, we're celebrating things that they're doing, that they finished. And if a child sees things like that, and they realize you're such a tall giant, they would. What type of inspiration would that bring? Nothing but the greatest, honestly. Nothing but the greatest. Then the community does have the biggest impact onto our children, for sure. But that's when you got to keep going. And we could talk about, that's a whole other topic, another video. We can keep talking about that for sure. But you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Continuously go. Continuously give it your all. I was gonna make this video back in the house, but I was like, man, I wanted to put this out now. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me in the car. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know how you feel about the topic. When you're doing what you're saying, your children are gonna reciprocate. Man, it's such a blessing, and it feels good. You're moving with a purpose. It's one of them things where, you know, you take 5 steps forward to only take 15 steps back if you're making a mistake. But that mistake, or, you know, hopefully it's a natural mistake where you just got to still go find a yes or whatever the solution is to what you're doing. Not like no, you know, mistake that comes with repercussions and sanctions. We ain't talking about nothing like that. But we got to touch on that, though. We have to touch on that, because that happens with people. People take risks. People, you know, take chances, should I say. And honestly, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what anybody's situation is. But what the thing is that your child is going to see you on the other side of that failed risk. And now at that point, how are you going to convince them, you know, that the decisions you made was valid? So that's always the thing. Like, and I can't say I'm ever thinking about no risk that's gonna make me fail like that ever. But I'm just saying, like, there's people out here that do, man, and there's a lot of people that don't even consider that for people at all. They just look at it like, why would you do that? Why would you not put your pride to the side and go work at McDonald's? Nobody want to go work at McDonald's and be stressed out with some old ass person and some young person trying to learn life and learn this workforce and being fake corrupted. Nobody want to go work at some type of, you know, some farm or something like that, or, you know, whatever. Some people don't want to do that. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's always something to do, and it can start with yourself. You just take some research every day, find out what it is you love, and go for it, because straight up, we live in the best time right now. We live in the best time. I love my kids tell me, man, I had so much fun in the 90s and the 2000s, and I had to let them know, like, yeah, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I'm not one of the people that say they want to go back. And because it's like I don't miss it, it's just, and I don't miss having friends, somebody to speak to more often, like more groups of people to speak to. But I don't want to go back. I'm not one of the people that want to go back. I'm not one of the people that want to push my goals and my dreams onto my children. I'm not one of the people that kind of correlates a little bit to me. But I don't want to go back to that. I had fun as a youth. I had fun. I did the things that I wanted to do. I made the decisions I wanted to do, and I don't regret those decisions at all to this day. And it just seems like a lot of those decisions was the right decisions. But still, though, I don't regret none of that. I don't want to go back. And when you're looking right now, young man, I don't want you to go back. Speaking to my son, speaking to your son, speaking to your daughter, speaking to you as a parent, mom, grandmom, guardian. Nah, man, it don't matter. If you didn't have a good time, don't put that on them. They're having the best time right now. We talking about the positive things that's making this the best time right now. This is the best time to live right now. This is the best time to live right now. With everything and technology and history and the climate right now, come on, this is the best time to live. Look at the things we have right now. Stop it, people. This is the best time to live. Much love to you all. We out here raising better with JJ. Appreciate the time and patience. God bless. If you feel any of the same type of understanding and comprehension and gratitude and complexity and intellect that I'm speaking on right now, get down in the comments and let me know. Share it out to somebody you know. Come back around and stick around, because there's gonna be much more. Let me know about something you want to talk about, something that you might be going through, something that is a good thing to share. Let me know. Let me know. and we will talk about it. Peace and blessings.